Sahitya Academy, Pramod Sharma ji, respected Secretary, Sahitya Academy, K. Srinivasa Rao ji, all my fellow awardees, family, friends, and everyone gathered here. I wish you all a very good morning. First of all, I would like to express my gratitude to Sahitya Academy for choosing my translation, Moha Sibantu, of Dr. Temsula Au's memoir, Once Upon a Life, for the Sahitya Academy Translation Prize in Assamese for 2023. I am honored to have this opportunity to share my experience of translating this text with you. Every person's life is full of variegated and unique experiences. The lives of even a pair of identical twins are not identical, let alone those of two distinct persons. I believe most people enjoy sharing their lived experiences if they get a conducive atmosphere and attentive listeners as we are getting today. Authors relate their own experiences, sometimes indirectly as fiction, and sometimes directly as autobiographies or memoirs. A memoir helps us to peek into the narrator's life, to get to know them better through their own words. Temsula Au's memoir, Once Upon a Life, too, provides us with such an opportunity and makes us awe-stricken with the unpredictable yet boundless possibility of life. A memoir, any memoir, along with making me awe-stricken, makes me realize that despite being different, somehow or the other, the lives of everyone can be very similar, and this realization somehow helps me to come to terms with my own life as well. The memoir, Once Upon a Life, Burnt Curry and Bloody Rats, relates Dr. Au's life from early childhood in a mission hospital campus in a place called Jorhat, where her father worked as the supervisor, then as a student and boarder of Ridgeway Girls High School situated at Golaghat, another small place in Assam, because of becoming an orphan child, to her time of writing this memoir. Through this excruciating and mentally tormenting task, this looking back at one's distant, difficult past, Dr. Au recounts the hardship of losing both parents within a brief period of time, as only 9 months, the agony of having to come to terms with the reality and finally to that, with the fact that the dad, however hard you wish for them to come back, never ever comes back, while still within the clutches of childhood, of coming into terms with hunger, loss of dignity, and separation with siblings associated with this irreparable loss in the true sense of the term of losing the parents. Experiences that are all so heart-wrenching that one can hardly expect so satisfactory a culmination of that life as a renowned Sahitya Academy Award-winning author, a professor of a university, a scholar par excellence to have received the Fulbright Scholarship of the United States of America, a social worker achieving as high a rank as that of the director of Northeastern Zonal Cultural Center, and a Padma Shri recipient. She, with heartfelt sincerity, acknowledges her lifelong indebtedness towards the missionary Dr. O.W. Hasselblad, who stood as the Messiah through her transformation from a destitute orphan to an educated woman with so strong a base to have reached the apex position she had. In between these two extremities, the memoir is also the record of the life of a woman taking its own course with events such as marriage, childbirth, separation with the husband, or break in the family, including the loss of a child. What attracted me most was Dr. Au's inimitable style and utmost honesty and sincerity with which she recounts her story of life. I, too, tried to translate it into my mother tongue, Assamese, with utmost care and sincerity, not to shred even an iota of these best qualities, and perhaps that is why it has attained a wide readership and such an accolade. As someone with a vernacular medium school background, I am trained and habituated to translate English text into my mother tongue, Assamese, as a part of comprehending while reading. Therefore, there have been no exception in reading this memoir either. I also have the habit of sharing my experiences of reading books that I enjoy and appreciate a lot with my like-minded friends. I remember sharing my experience of this memoir as well, even as I was reading it for the first time with one of my best friends, Purabi Shaitya, translating as I narrated to her the events of Au's exceptional life in our telephone conversations. This is a kind of effortless translation. After completing my very first reading of the book, the thought of taking up the project of translating into Assamese arose in my mind to share its inspirational life story with even more people, the Assamese reader base, and I began trying to contact its author and publisher. After taking due permission from them, I took the project up, and it took me about 4 years to complete in between my schedule of professional as a teacher and also a housewife. So it took me 4 years to complete. I had to face only this difficulty of managing time, and there was no difficulty in translating as I was a student in vernacular medium, that is in Assamese medium, and I had the habit of translating texts, reading in English into my mother tongue as a part of comprehending it. Then arose the problem of finding a publisher for the translation, because till then I had only one individual book published, which too had been a translation. Although I have been translating various texts since my student days and do remember getting the first prize in a poem translation competition in my college days in Cotton College, one of the oldest and best higher education institute in Assam, now a university. Till date, the number of my published works are not many. Finally, the proprietor of AMPA, Mr. Soumitra Jogi, accepted the text for publication, and the book had its first release in December 2018 in the time of Guwahati Book Fair. I am very grateful that the book has achieved a significant amount of readership and is currently also part of the UG and PG curricula of Dibrugarh University. I once again thank Sahitya Academy for this award. I feel that this honor has increased my accountability as a translator as to my mother tongue Assamese. Thank you to all the organizers involved behind this event, and last but far from the least, thank you so much, respected audience, for your patient ears as well. Thank you.